What is going on, guys? It is your boy the Pat Goat Gaming coming at you again with another video, and today we're having another deck profile for OP14 Red Black Koby. Now Koby's getting some great new support cards coming out on EB03, and I'm very excited to show y'all what they can do. They're really freaking powerful. Actually, a lot of times Bandai prints support cards and they're just like, why did you even bother? But Koby actually gets some really nice support, and I'm excited to show you guys what it can do in today's video. So of course, we're going to be going over the deck profile. I will have the deck list in the description of the video below. We're going to be going over the good and the bad of the deck, and of course giving you a couple of tech cards that you might want to think about playing in the deck. So yeah, and of course gameplay, guys. There will be gameplay if you want to see how the deck does, you want to see how the new cards perform. We'll have a couple games in the back for you. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and yeah, really appreciate it, guys, and let's get right into it. Okay, guys, so Koby has actually seen a good amount of support, and some leaders get support and it's kind of just horrible and there's no reason to ever use that leader again. But Koby, Bandai is actually treating him pretty good here coming out in EB03. So we have two cards that I want to focus on that I think really can kind of push Koby into being a little bit meta relevant. And the first one is the Kujiaku here. So Kujiaku is a 4-cost 6,000 power character, and that already vanilla stat body, we like to see that. We like to see that as red black players, as Koby players, and as One Piece players in general. And then her effect is on opponent's turn, all of your characters with a sword type and a cost of 6 or less gain plus 2,000 power. So Koby already defends your board really nicely with his leader ability. Really the only thing your opponents can do to get rid of your board is to attack into it, and Kujiaku makes that so much harder by just existing on your opponent's turn. Pretty much everything you have except for the 8-drop Koby and the 7-drop Koby are going to be plus 2,000 power, and that's really where we want to be with this deck, playing your 6-cost, 5-cost, 4-cost. So your board is going to be basically impossible to remove as long as you have enough cards in your trash. So Kujiaku, just an insane card. Then on play, you may trash one Navy type card from your hand and draw 2 cards. So these are both two things that I was having trouble with playing Koby in the past, both people swinging into your board and card draw. Eventually I would just run out of cards. So Kujiaku solves both of those problems on one body. It's a great attacker, and of course it can swing on the turn it's played if your opponent has a rested character. So really nice card coming out for Koby in EB03. Just a really awesome support that Bandai is providing the deck. And next we have another card from EB03. We have Hibari. So this is a 3-cost 5,000 character. Then on play, up to one of your sword type leader or characters can also attack active characters during this turn. And this is on play and when attacking. So you can kind of run into some issues where you're not able to swing into active characters with this deck that I would found in the past, or to do it, it just felt a little bit clunky to make it happen. But Hibari can come down and instantly grant something the ability to attack active characters, and not only that, when attacking. So if you play her, you can give 2 characters the ability to attack actives on the turn she is played, and then she also has the activate main. You give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power during this turn, so just lets you attack active characters 2 times on the turn she is played. Continuously does it if your opponent does not deal with it, and it's really hard to remove. You have your Koby ability, and if you have your Kujiaku on board, this is going to be a 7,000 power character on your opponent's turn, and that extra activate main minus 1,000 power for an opponent's character can be pretty relevant. Just helps you clear your opponent's board a little bit better. And lastly, the next card I want to go over is the PRB02 Koby. This isn't a very new card, but the last time I played Koby, this card was not available. So it's a 4-cost 5,000 power character with counter 1,000, and on your opponent's turn, if your leader has the Navy type, this character gains plus 1,000 power, again making it harder for your opponents to just swing into your characters. And of course, if your Kujiaku is on board, this is an 8,000 power character on your opponent's turn. And then when attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 base power or less. Then if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. So great removal option. Card draw if you are low on cards in hand, and it's really hard to remove. So it can come down swing, clear one of your small opponent's blockers, and draw you a card on the same turn. So really, really awesome card. I like this card a lot. And I think it gives you some different options with the deck. Like my previous version of this, I was playing Straw Sword. So it was, round table. So it was minus 10,000 power to anything. So comboing that or minus powering effect event cards with this card can be really, really strong. It can come down if you're running like a Fire Fist, minus 4,000 power to one of your opponent's characters. Then you can clear 7,000 base power, draw a card, and it has plus 1,000 power on your opponent's turn, so extra hard to remove. So yeah, besides that, the rest of the deck is kind of Koby shell. You can do what you want with Koby. This is how I like running it. You can run different events, run different tech cards in order to help with your removal, help with protecting your board, or establishing your board. A lot of different options you can do with Koby. There's just kind of what I prefer right now. Let me know what you guys think of the list, and yeah, let's get into some good and bad of the deck. Okay guys, so getting into the good and bad of Koby. So for me, Koby really jumps out because there are so many characters that Bandai is putting in the game where it says if I'm KO'd by an opponent's effect, I can rest my butt and I can't be KO'd. Like there are so many different characters and so many great characters that are in the game that you just can't touch with ordinary removal, but Koby just throws hands. Koby is throwing hands and there's nothing these characters can do about it. So for me, that is the main reason to play Koby. If you're tired of not being able to remove your opponent's board by standard means, just play Koby. You're throwing hands, you're punching people in the face, and there's nothing much they can do about it. And because of that, I think Koby can really excel against a lot of aggro and mid-range decks where your opponents are playing like 6 cost and below characters. This deck is really able to deal with that very, very well. It can clear a lot of boards very easily, and your board cannot be cleared as easily as your opponents, as you have the Kujakus and you have your Koby leader ability. Just going to be very, very difficult for your opponent to deal with that. So yeah, where he does struggle is against the higher end decks like Ace, where they're playing 8 cost, 9 cost, 10 cost over and over again. Koby can struggle to deal with those types of decks, and that is why this deck is probably held back in the meta right now. It's just not very easy to deal with those continuous huge drops that give you so much value just on play. There is things you can do about it. Like you can play some different tech cards. You can play the 6 cost event that KOs at 10k. You can play maybe round table to clear an opponent's board very, very easily, or one of those big drops. There are different ways to play around it. I just think that it's a negative matchup kind of no matter what you do with Koby. So I think it's best if you just kind of tailor your gameplay. If Ace is really that dominant, like he's everywhere at your locals, and I can see tailoring your deck to kind of fight that. But if it's kind of, there's a couple aces and they're very good decks obviously, but there's also a lot of mid-range decks running around in the format, you might just want to take that L and take your great matchups into those other mid-range to aggro decks. So Koby, really fun spot in the meta right now. Very nice support from Bandai. I do appreciate it, because sometimes like Bandai just prints the most ass support ever, and it's like, okay, go play with your little deck now. But Koby actually got some really great cards. Hope you guys try it out. Let me know what y'all think of Koby coming out in EB03. And of course, if you are still here in the video, we're getting into some gameplay, so you get to see how Koby performs, how these new cards are looking in OP14. So yeah guys, hope you enjoy, and let's get right into the gameplay. So guys, getting into game number 1, we're going up against a LUCCI, and LUCCI just really struggles in this matchup. Like any removal based deck that you're playing against with Koby, you're kind of going to run them over, as they're not able to use any of their removal abilities as long as you fill up your trash. As you're going to see in this game, like LUCCI just cannot do anything to our board. We're able to do something to his board. As we are Koby, we're just swinging hands. We do not care about effects. We're just trying to KO you with our bare fists. So we're going to start filling up our trash. We have the 1 cost events going. We got the brand news going. So we're flowing pretty good here. We have a couple of good plays coming up. We have the 4 cost Kobys. We have Helmuppos into the 8 cost Koby. He's going to swing a 5 into us. We just give him a Koby back. And I'm feeling pretty confident about this game. Like 4 cost Kuzan, usually I'd be pretty scared to play anything into that, but we have our trash filled. So we're going to be able to comfortably play any character here and not be afraid. So we're going to swing a 6 into his face, going to give us a 2k. Then we're going to play down the 4 cost Koby. It's now a 6,000 power on our opponent's turn. We have the Koby's leader ability active. He's going to swing into us with the Kuzan, -4 cost with the Koby. We're going to give him a 1k counter there, and he's going to swing a 5k into us. We're just going to go ahead and take that. We have a bunch of different plays for next turn. Our Koby is protected from our Koby leader ability. And yeah, against other control decks, you're just not going to have any problem. He's going to play down his Rebecca, play down his Brook. We're just going to go ahead and use our Koby ability, protect our Koby, and be looking super strong going into next turn. Our 4-cost Koby is going to be able to KO that Rebecca with his ability of KOing a 3,000 power or less character on attack. So we're going to swing a 6 into the Brook, KO the Rebecca, draw a card as well, and just such a strong play with that 4-cost Koby. Now we have the Helmeppo available. We can play the Helmeppo into the Koby and just absolutely destroy this LUCCI player. I feel so bad for mono black removal decks. It's almost impossible to play them nowadays. Next, going into the JINBE, he just went ahead and conceded. It was over. So we find the brand new, gonna start filling up that trash. And JINBE, this is the first time I played against him, so I'm kind of feeling my way out, seeing what the deck can do. I have not seen any content about JINBE at all. So he's gonna swing a couple 5s into us, play down a couple of 1-drop characters, which is not the direction I expected this deck to go, but I mean, it is what it is. Pretty cool. We're going to swing at the 1-drop with the brand new, and here we have a couple of different 4-drops we could play. We could play the Kujaku or the 4-cost Koby. We select to play the Kujaku, start buffing up our characters and draw a couple of cards, trying to find a little bit more counter. We have some 2Ks in hand. We have 2 2Ks, 2 1Ks. We're looking pretty good. He's going to go ahead and try to remove our Kujaku with the law effect. We're just going to use our Koby ability, keep that board nice and safe, and keep establishing our board. As it looks like JINBE is going to try to flood, and we're going to need to deal with it as it comes. He's going to swing another 5 into us. We give him another 1k, the 4-cost Koby. Going into our 6 Dawn turn here, we have a couple of different options. We could just play the Helmeppo into maybe a Hibari or a 4-cost Koby, but we could also just establish another 4-cost Koby, the Hibari by herself, so she stays on board. We just like to play another Kujaku, start building up that board really nicely and filling the trash at the same time, as Kujaku does allow you to discard a card. So we want to be able to protect our board. And I mean, these characters are going to be almost impossible to remove. As double Kujaku, your characters are going to be at plus 4,000 power. He does trigger a Gravity Blade, which is fucking awful. Not what we wanted to see. I don't think we'll be able to defend our board this turn, and he does find a Gravity Blade, and I don't think we're going to be able to save our Kujakus. Yeah, so both of them get bottomed, which is pretty much worst case scenario there. He's going to go ahead and swing a 5 into us and another 5. We do counter out of both of them, so we're still sitting pretty good here. He doesn't have a huge board. He's swinging us with a bunch of 5Ks, but we're able to counter out of them. And this turn, we should be able to just clear his entire board pretty easily. We have Helmeppo available. We have raw 8-cost Koby. We have 4-cost Koby. A lot of different things we can do here to try to clear his board. It looks like we're going to elect to play down the 4-cost Koby, which is very interesting. And let's see what we do here. So we swing a 7 into the law, KO the 1-cost, use our Koby ability, draw a card. We swing a 6, and then we're going to be able to play down our 1-cost character here. So what we could have done that turn is maybe just establish the 8-cost Koby. I don't know. Well, we don't have a lot of cards in trash, so it was an interesting choice. So he does trigger another red rock off of that attack, and I think we're just going to let this Koby go. No, we do choose to defend it, keep it on board. We play down the 1-cost searcher here. We're going to find another 2k, and once again, he has no cards on board, so we are looking pretty solid. He plays down his Fisher Tiger there. I think that was a pretty weak turn by me. We could have established a much bigger board. Still not a horrible play, but it was all right. So he's going to use his JINBE ability there, do his JINBE things. Fisher Tiger draws you 3 cards, but you must discard down to 5 cards in hand at the end of the turn, which is pretty interesting. So that's what he does. He swings a big number at us. We are at 1 life, so I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. Drawing a 1-cost blocker, the Ripper, would have been really nice. So on this turn, we're going to try to do our best. I think that's what maybe we were looking for, to find the Ripper with that search. We don't end up finding it, so we have a couple. We're in danger here. We need to remove his board. We need to keep enough counter up that we can defend if he attacks us for some huge numbers. So here we're going to play down the Helmeppo into the Koby combo. We're going to use our Koby 8-cost effect ability and swing into the active character with an 11k. Now he has 2 more little weenies that are going to be able to get attacks off, but we're going to be able to clear one of them. With the Koby ability, we do not get that extra draw. He counters out of that 5k. We're going to swing one more 5k, and that's going to be pretty much all we can do. Now we just have to hope that he cannot kill us. We do have a good amount of counter in hand. We have 2, 4, 6, 10, 12k counter available to us. So let's see if he's able to kill us. If he can kill us, good for him. But if not, we should be... Nah, he still has that 2 life. We're about 1 turn away from killing him as well. We just need that blocker. If we find a blocker, we should be completely fine here. If we don't, we might be in a little bit of danger again. He's not going to be able to kill us this turn. We should be sitting completely fine. But it's just going to be about that next turn. If we're able to clear his board enough, or find another blocker, find more 2Ks, see what we're able to do. So he swings a 5 into us. We're going to go ahead and counter out of that with a 2K. We do not have any 1Ks left in hand. We have a couple of bricks with the Helmeppos and the Hibaris, and he swings a 9 into us. I think we're just going to go... Oh, we do defend it, so we stay at that 1 life. And then we go into our next turn with only 1 counter in hand. We have the 1 cost 2K in our hand. We swing a 7. He gives us a 2K and a 1K. Now here it looks like we're going to be able to clear that Fisher Tiger, and he's only going to have his leader to attack with next turn. And I keep in mind I have not played against JINBE, so if he pulls something out of his ass, which foreshadowing he's going to be able to take us down. So we use the Hibari ability, give minus 2K to the Fisher Tiger. Hibari is going to be able to swing into... Oh, actually we just played down the... Oh no, yeah, they're both Hibaris. Sorry. Yeah, they're both Hibari, so we're going to be able to play down the 3-cost Hibari as well. Swing some 5s, swing some 7s, be able our Koby to attack actives, swing into face, KO that 1-cost character. And now we can swing another 5 into face. And yeah, now, I mean, we've done our best. I've misplayed. I think that 1 turn where we played down the 4-cost Koby was probably a big mistake instead of maybe establishing our 8-cost Koby. But either way, relatively happy with the way we played. He does find the 8-cost JINBE here. He's going to try to send Helmeppo to our hand. We're just going to go ahead and use our card action as there's no reason not to. And now he's going to be able to do his 8-cost JINBE with the rush, swing at us for a 12, and then swing at us for another, what is that going to be, 13? 13 with his JINBE leader ability, just discarding all the cards in his hand and being able to rush us down with a huge amount of Dawn. So really cool deck from JINBE. I think we played relatively well. It could have gone either way. I think that one misplay might have cost us the game, though. In the end, we're not able to deal with a 12 and 13 attack, which is brutal. If we found any Rippers, we did not see any Rippers, we probably would have been okay there as well. Next, getting into game number 3, we're going again up against the SANJI. So SANJI, one of those mid-range decks that I talked about. I think going against mid-range and aggro decks, Koby is relatively favored, if not even, with those decks. So he's going to swing a 5 into us. We just give him a 1K there. And yeah, he plays down his 3-cost SANJI, and now we can start doing the same thing. So these 4 and 5 cost characters that we have are so good, and they're just able to stay on board, which is something I complained about. The other decks have the ability to do, but with Koby, I feel like we have the right for our characters to stay on board, as that's the main function of our leader. That is what our leader is supposed to do. Our characters don't just randomly have I can't be removed from the board. So he's doing a SANJI thing, you know, he's playing his events, he's doing his thing, he's drawing cards, he's filtering, he's finding his 4 costs. He's going to try to send our 4-cost Koby back to hand. And of course, we are going to elect to not allow him to do that. We have just enough to keep our Koby on board. So, oh, do we? Maybe I should have let this bounce back to hand, because if he just bounces it back to hand, I can just replay it and it can attack anyway. But either way, we like to keep it on board just to apply a little bit of more pressure. Like when I was playing SANJI, I always had trouble. Like I just felt like I would die so fast. Just being able to apply that pressure to SANJI is something that we are very happy to do. We're going to play down the Hibari, and this is where you can see the double attack active characters is so bad for your opponent. Am I going to remember to activate her main ability? We do not. So oh no, I did. So yeah, we're going to swing the 6K into the SANJI. We're going to swing another... Then we swing a 7K to the SANJI, clear the Otama, draw a card off. I love the Koby card. The Koby card provides so much value. And now look at our board, guys. We have the Koby, we have the Hibari. He's playing down his Kaya there. We don't have anything in trash, which once again, I was having a little bit of trouble of filling the trash to the appropriate amount in order to protect our board. He plays this Reiju, which is insane. This Reiju is really, really cool, and will maybe convince me to try Sanji. I really don't like the Sanji deck, but he is able to clear our Hibari there, which does not allow us to attack active characters at this point. Then he does clear our 4-cost Koby back to hand, swings a 5 into us. We're just going to go ahead and give him a 1k counter. Now going into our 8-Dawn turn, we have a couple of different options. We have some Helmeppos available. We have the 7-cost Koby. We have 5-cost Hibaris. We have 4-cost Koby. We have so many different things we can do, which is one of the best parts about this deck. You just have so many options all the time. So we play down the 4-cost character, and we're going to go ahead and find a brand new and start filling that trash. Now we can protect our board. So we shouldn't have to worry about any more Reijus coming down and either red rocking us or gravity blading us. We should be completely fine. We do find the Ripper as well. Now our board should be pretty safe. We have a good amount of cards in trash from the 4-cost character and from the brand new as well. He's going to play another Reiju, try to remove our board. And once again, like, just these removal decks, these mid-range style of decks are just going to suffer against Koby because we're able to protect our board so well and establish our board that our opponent cannot touch. He does end up clearing our 4-cost character there, as with the 3-cost, like if they have 2 removals, they're going to be able to do it, but that's 2 removal cards to just get rid of 1 4-cost character. That's completely fine with me. Here on our 10-Dawn turn, we have double Hibari available, we have Helmeppo available, and double Hibari is looking pretty spicy. We're going to go ahead and play down the Hibari, give minus 2000 to that first Reiju, swing a 7 into the second Reiju. Now our Koby can attack active characters. He's going to use a Snake Dance. Snake Dance allows him to bounce the Reiju back to hand, which is pretty nice. You can get repeatable Reiju effects. Now we play down the second Hibari, give minus 2k to the other Reiju. We're going to swing a 3000 into that one, swing another 3000 into another one, and we're just clearing his hand of everything. And at the end of this turn, our lead will just be too insurmountable. He has 1 life. We're still at 3 life. We have 4 cards. He has 3 cards. Just an absolute dominant performance here by the Koby. He plays down the Slave Arrow, bounces the Reiju back to hand, replays the Reiju. We still have 6 cards in trash, so we're going to be able to protect our board here. And even if he does want to swing into it, we still have 2k counters available. We just let him clear it, because what if he has, he's going to have another event regardless. So here we elect to use the Koby ability. Oh no, we just let him clear it again. Then he swings a 5k into our brand new. Now going into our 10-Dawn turn, we have 7-cost Koby, we have Helmeppo, we have the 1-cost event. We're just going to start with a nice 7k swing into face and see how he responds to this. If he doesn't do anything, I mean, we can just put everything on our leader and swing into him with a nice 15k, which he could defend theoretically. I've been getting really unlucky with some defenses here, but we do elect to just play the Helmeppo, play it safe, clear everything, stay at 3 life. And now we're going to clear that Reiju, or we should be able to clear the Reiju. If not, yeah, he does have 2 giants. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, he probably would have defended that 15k, but good thing we played it safe and just kind of guaranteed that win for us. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the games. Let's get into the post game. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you made it here, comment Koby down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the deck, what you are playing with Koby, if you think these cards are as strong as I do. And of course, yeah, that's about it, guys. I don't got much else to say. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good start of your week. And that's about it, guys. See ya.